Yo, what is good, people? DT back again with another video, and in this one, I'm going to cook up a beat for Metro Boomin and 21 Savage from scratch and just walk you through the entire process, show you exactly how it's done. And without further ado, let's just dive right into the video. Now I'll be going for the typical Metro Boomin and 21 Savage formula, so add some bells and vibes, layer those with super simple but catchy drums, and then variate the melody in the final arrangement. And with that said, let's set our tempo to 160 BPM, and I'm going to be opening up Electra X so that I can pick a sound that I like from in there. Now with these types of beats, I like to go with very dark melodies, so the kinds of scales that I'll be playing around with are definitely going to be minor scales. And with that being said, let's just move on with the A minor scale for simplicity, because that shares the same notes with the C major scale, which is highlighted by default in FL. Moving on to the melody, I am thinking of a 6-5-1-4 progression. So 6-5-1 and 4. Sixth is going to be a major, and then the fifth, first, and fourth are going to be minor. First of all, let me adjust these velocities and duplicate that. Now at the end, I'm just going to add a little bit of variation. So just these two notes and extend them. Now let's just add in some bass notes so that our melody sounds full and rich in sound, right? So I'm just going to be moving in with the notes that are in the melody. So move down the progression, F, E, switch up to a D and come back to an E. And same way that I did with these notes, I'm just going to select the F and D note, shift and click to duplicate them, and command and down to duplicate them down an octave. And with the complete bass region in the melody, let's just duplicate this, and I'm going to shift this to an A note for some variation. And finally, to humanize the melody, let's just move into tools, strum this and randomize this. Finally, you can select the cut tool with C and chop the excess at the end, and this is what the melody sounds like. Moving on to the drums, I like to start with the 808s first. So just copy the root notes of the melody and paste them into the 808 layer, bring them up an octave, and now I'm just going to be punching in a pattern off of my head. Command L to stretch those notes, duplicate them, my bad. Just duplicate these notes for the next bar and line them up with the notes in the melody. Maximize these velocities. And finally, another trick that Metro Boomin does is add slide notes into the 808s. So just select a slide note, and for this one we'll just slide up the E note and then switch the slide off, and this is what our 808s sound like. Moving on, add in the claps and the rest of the drums as well. Pretty much this is it for the drums and the melody, and next thing that I'm going to do is just mix this, arrange this, and pretty much add some variations into the arrangement. So moving on with the arrangement, I'm just going to select all my layers, and I also forgot to add in the kicks earlier, so I just added in a kick, duplicated my 808 layer, and drag them into playlist. Command A to select everything, Command B, Command A, Command B a couple of times so that we have a working region. And I guess I messed up my cell. Let me do that again. Set my snap to cell, Command A, Command B. And moving on to the final arrangement, I like to vary the melodies in the starting and in the beginning, and moving on to the hook and the verse as well. So I'm just going to make this one unique. And let's just take this note off the melody and stretch that out so that we have a unique intro, and then we can just roll in the claps and the hats and cut them off at the end as well. When the drums kick in, start with the 808s first, same pattern goes here, and then what we can do is add another variation. Now another thing Metro Boomin likes to do with his beats is add half speed, add grow speed around there and pretty much chop or modify the melodies in the hook, in the verse, in the beginning maybe. So what I'm going to do is just add grow speed in here and move over to presets, go to momentary, select half speed and set the click reduction to high. Right click in here and make an automation clip. Now I'm also going to be making this unique and pitch it up an octave so that we stay in the same pitch regions as per the whole melody when we half speed that, and then just create an envelope for that. I'm just going to be half speeding it for the verse and then take it off at around, let's say here, get rid of this and add the duplicated melody again. Cut it right here, pretty much duplicate the whole thing, and finally you can just add in a master envelope to fade the volume out. And with that done, this has been a Metro Boomin and 21 Savage type of beat. And if this beat resonated with you, if the video helped you out, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't. And peace out.